So far, we've had an introduction to the Wellbies concept, an overview, and then we've looked at how students might use the site, and now we're going to look at how students might share the information. What we do accept is that there is no prescription necessary for schools. All schools do work differently, and schools would determine how best to share the information from the site. However, Public Health England warns against too much time being spent in front of the screens, so students should be encouraged to communicate their information in a variety of ways, with schools and service providers showing leadership in creating the right balance in the use of all communication techniques. Students may use the electronic information and then represent it in an electronic format for parents, maybe choosing an electronic newsletter, maybe. They may write notes to staff on downloadable and printable A4 sheets. These are available here, and you can download them. They're printable, and the students can then use these A4 sheets to write out the messages. They may then present them to members of teaching staff or into individual classrooms. Also, they can do classroom presentations and assembly presentations about the information that they found. Students will have to take into account the age groups of the recipients of the message and devise ways of communicating messages to different age groups and students who may have differing needs, such as those who haven't a command of written English. So they may have to devise pictorial messaging or other forms of communication for those with other communication needs. As part of our scoping studies, we delivered a focus group workshop to some students in Year 6, with the aim of these Year 6 students going into classrooms in Years 2 to 6 and performing workshops and focus groups with those students. The aim was to look at ways of communicating and whether or not having their own notice boards within their classrooms would be valuable. What came across from the focus groups conducted by the students themselves was that nearly 90% of students liked the concept of having their own notice boards within their classrooms, where they could share information and they would take on full responsibility for the information that was shared. We then designed and developed a relatively inexpensive news sheet, and the news sheet is here. The news sheets, one for Key Stage 1 and one for Key Stage 2, have a whiteboard overlay. The whiteboard overlay has a lifespan of up to 2 years, and we envisaged that the news sheets would be used for any topic around happy, healthy or safe. So that may be school rules, that may be changes in school lunches, that may be even information about school kits that need to be brought in for football training, netball, or for any of those sorts of events. What we've done is we've worked to get the cost of these down, and we can provide these now for £22 to £25 per classroom, and that simply depends upon the style chosen. There are 2 different sizes. One is a space saver that fits on the back of a classroom door or in a smaller area within the classroom. Again, this gives you an overview of how we believe the information can be shared, and we think, well, we also know that students would love to take on more responsibility for the sharing of public health information, education and messages within their schools. Thank you.